Well, good evening, Facebook community. This is Jennifer from Uplifting Life Naturally, just hopping on here for a few minutes this evening. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about clean and healthy eating. I know it's something that a lot of us, struggle with. A lot of us, however, really identify that, we probably could use some improvement in our eating, and we actually want to improve some eating or improve our eating habits as well. Hi Bob, hi Heather, thanks for hopping on. And as I've been working with some people as well as myself, as I mentioned before, for those who've been following me, I've been on my own health and fitness journey for about a year now. When it comes to clean and healthy eating, the hardest part is not necessarily the food. For the most part, I think a lot of us, like our fruits and our vegetables and our protein. And really there's a lot of good ways that we can cook and prepare a lot of that food. So I don't think that many people struggle with, not wanting to eat the healthy food or not being willing to eat the healthy food. When it comes down to it, and, I can say this firsthand, being a crazy busy mom working full-time with 4 children, the biggest part of it comes down to, having the time to really think about what are we going to have for our meals, and what can we have, maybe for our lunch the next day, and, how are we going to have time in those crazy busy schedules to go ahead and, get everything prepared. So in my opinion, I think the hardest thing when it comes to eating healthy and eating clean is more, our own mindset, our own, ability to really plan ahead, think ahead, and decide what is it that we're actually going to eat. So, for those of you who are interested and struggle, what I'd like to do is to encourage you to, sit down, whether it's over the weekend or the end of one week, and think ahead of some, different meals that you and your family like. And, if it's something maybe that isn't maybe the healthiest, but you want to clean it up, look for ways that you can do it. For instance, instead of using ground, hamburger, use some turkey burger. Just as a quick example. Sorry about that. I know some people talk a lot about actually meal prepping and spending, one of the weekend days actually prepping all their meals for the weekend. And while that might work for some, for me, I'll be honest with you, that certainly does not fit into my schedule. One, I don't like being in the kitchen, so being in there one full day just wouldn't really cut it for me. But what works for me actually is sitting down, like I said, over the weekend or the end of one week and, listing out what I, want to have for my meals for the upcoming week. If I'm not really sure exactly how that's going to fit into my schedule based on activities and such, what I do is I just simply write a list of the different meals, and then as the week comes and different things are going on, I can pick and choose from those things. And then I use that list as well to make sure I have all of the groceries and such in the house. That's, my second biggest struggle is, making sure I have everything. So those are my tips for those of you who, really want to, dial in on your nutrition, even get a little better with, meals, is, planning ahead, preparing a little bit, and that will make it a little bit easier. Also, when it comes to planning, I also suggest to, take some snacks with you for heading out. Just for instance, even today, I went to my daughter's volleyball game. Started at 4, expected it to be over at 5. Well, an extra scrimmage game was added on, which probably wasn't going to be playing until about 6:30 or so. So of course I was starving. I was very tempted to run out to, one of the local fast food places while the varsity team was playing and just grab something because, working all day, I was starving. So in that situation, what I would recommend and what helps me is to really remind myself of what my goals are. That's another thing, I guess my third tip for you is, think about why it is that you want to eat healthier. Is it to improve your health, to prevent maybe some health conditions? Oh my gosh, Susan, totally distracted me. I think you should just eat M&Ms for dinner. Oh my gosh, can you guys hear that flute? I'm so sorry. That's my daughter practicing for her recording concert. So those of you local who have children in 4th grade in Richland, you probably feel my pain with that one. So anyways, I guess that's a tip to learn for doing these videos that, you know, maybe I should worry about my background noise. I just was making sure she wasn't here in front of me. So thanks for that tip, Susan. So anyways, what I was saying as another tip to help you eat and improve your nutrition is to plan and take some snacks. So that I will definitely be doing. And, oh, I'm sorry. Totally got distracted. My third tip, what I was starting to say before Susan distracted me with the M&Ms, was to, you know, think of your goals. Think about what it is or why it is that you want to, you know, improve your nutrition. Like I said, some people want to do it because they need to get healthier. Maybe their blood pressure's too high, they're, you know, borderline diabetic, or have a family history of diabetes and they want to prevent that. Some people do it because they want weight loss. There's various reasons. So whatever your reason is your reason. It doesn't really matter what that is. Just know what that reason is, and when you're tempted, just, you know, sit back and, you know, keep telling yourself what your goal is. My personal goal is to get rid of that sugar carb little belly I'm sure most of you know about. You know, while I've made great progress, I'm still not quite where I want to be. So that was just something I was able to remind myself of today when I was super tempted to, you know, stop for that fast food anything because I was so hungry. And had I done that, even the running that I would do tonight wouldn't pay off for that. So by thinking of what my goal was, I really was able to, you know, pull back, found some water instead, and kind of pass that urge with that until I was able to get home and get something healthier. So those are a couple of tips, like I said, as far as for improving health and such. I also wanted to add, I know I mentioned in my post about, you know, how I can, you know, help you and be a little different than maybe, you know, some of the other coaches out there. And by no means putting down any other coaches. Everybody, you know, has their own way of doing things, and, you know, we're all different, which is great because, you know, we're not everyone's cup of tea. So it's great to have different coaches out there doing things with different styles and different ways. As far as with myself, I do have a medical background. I've practiced as a physician assistant for many years, as well as a nursing background. So, you know, I really have an interest in making sure I am, you know, truly helping you reach what your goal is. And like I said, it's whatever your goal is. It's not, you know, just, you know, a general overall goal that, you know, across the board. Everybody is different. Everybody has different circumstances. And, oh my goodness, excuse me. Sarah, I am doing a live video. So on that note, that's how, you know, I can offer a little bit for you is, you know, my medical background, my health background. Also being a type A personality, I strive to make sure that we all reach our goals. I have goals, and when I'm working with people, I want to make sure that they reach their goals as well. So, you know, definitely, if that's something you're interested in, I'd love to work with you. Those of you who might be interested in the coaching journey, I've been working a lot behind the scenes as well to, you know, really be able to mentor people to work along with me. And I would love to have others. I know I have a lot of friends out there in healthcare that, you know, might be interested as well. So I'd love to work with others also. So on that note, my kids are coming, so I'm going to go before I get embarrassed even more. I do apologize, and I'll have to figure out a different plan here for my live videos because this really doesn't work too well, I guess. But hopefully I haven't been able to catch everybody who's hopped on there. Hopefully there's other moms and dads who feel my pain. So everybody have a great evening, and I'll figure out something different for tomorrow that will be a little more peaceful. Have a great evening. Bye. Now,